WTIM.
Welcome back into WTIM, your information station, now in the midst of our WTIM Pana morning show day. Thanks so much to our thanks so much to our sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, along with Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, Your Pana Save a Lot, Whiskey Bill Saloon and Liquor Emporium, the City of Pana, and Locked and Loaded limited live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. On the phone line, we have Jessica Miller, District Administrator, and Dr. David Lett, Co-Interim Superintendent for the Pana School District. How are you two doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. We're so happy to have both of you on the morning show with us this morning. Let's just get right into it. Quarter one ending and quarter two moving into it. How did quarter one over at Pana Schools go through your guys' eyes?
I would consider it a success. We've had a lot of great activities going on throughout our school district. You know, we were able to open the new building. We're still working on some traffic patterns, but we feel like we've got, you know, people down to into a rhythm of things, and just got a hardworking staff, and just proud of the things going on throughout the district.
I would definitely agree. We try to walk the buildings 3 to 4 times throughout the week, and we see a lot of student engagement. We see staff working hard with their students, and really, I've watched and observed the traffic patterns at our new elementary. Adam Metzger and his staff deserve a ton of credit in terms of how efficient that already is and was after about a week's worth of time. And we've heard a lot of positive comments from the community about how well that's gone, because there was the potential for a lot of congestion with the new building opening up on the same campus with the high school and junior high.
Yeah, you never really do know what to expect in that situation. Let's really start with that new Pana Elementary School building. I mean, what can we say? Not only the architecture of that building, the layout, but just how the staff and students are utilizing this space. It's all sounding so cool when we're speaking with Principal Metzger.
Oh yeah, you know, it's fun to see the kids in the building. You know, you could see the building going up, and you know, this summer we were there earlier on, and you know, get to see the architecture of it all. But the best part is seeing the kids and the staff in the building, and seeing, you know, things hung up on the walls, and the work that they're doing, and just enjoying the space. And they're really maximizing it too. We've got a lot of STEM activities going on. You know, we've been there through breakfast and lunch service. It's always booming. You know, it's busy, so it's great.
Yeah. Here, go ahead, Doctor.
No, I concur with what she said. We're energized walking through the building, to be honest with you, and we see our students really engaged and excited about the education that they're receiving and learning environment that they're in. And I will tell you, one of the things that's really exciting for me is it was the vision of previous boards and myself for that building to happen. In fact, one of the first things that one of our teachers, Mrs. Epley, had said to me was, "Well, you promised me that I was going to teach in a new building before my career was over." And sure enough, I got to see her in the new environment, and a lot of the teachers that were still here when I was here in 2017, really thrilled to be in a new learning environment and motivating our students.
Yeah, that's a success in and of itself right there. And again, it's hard not to get excited when you walk in that building with the color palettes and the flow and the booths in the cafeteria. I still can't get over those booths in the cafeteria, but it's all just so cool there. And as we're still talking quarter one, quarter two here, parent teacher conferences, how those go off?
Oh, they went really well, and we had a great attendance at the parent teacher conferences. You know, it's always great to touch base and see how things are going throughout that first quarter, and, you know, make adjustments and get through the second quarter.
Sure.
So yeah, very well attended.
Awesome. That is really great. Dr. Lett, you mentioned that when we were talking Pana Elementary, and you mentioned all of the previous boards and experience that went into creating a space like that. Talk to us about your title, co-interim superintendent, and how you work with the other co-interim superintendent. There seems to be a lot of experience in the mix right there. Can you explain this to people?
Yeah, one of the things that when I was contacted about the thought process that the board had for basically, you know, earmarking Mrs. Miller to be their next superintendent, and having then her mentored this year with some experience superintendent experience. I told them that I was interested in maybe I had been working 120 days. We're limited to 120 days as retirees in Litchfield as the CTE director in Litchfield for 5 years. And I said I really was interested in potentially a model that I'd spoken with some other superintendents about that had done interims, so that I was not necessarily going to have to do the full 120 days. So I teamed up with Dr. Firstenau, brought that name to them, and between us we have 44 years of superintendent's experience. Wow. And I'm doing Mondays and Tuesdays for the most part, and he's doing Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then Mrs. Miller is soloing on Fridays. That's kind of the rotation. And then we told the staff and the board that it's our responsibility as kind of a triumvirate of leadership to make sure that we keep one another fully informed, so that if they inform one of us, they've informed all three of us. So it's our responsibility to keep one another informed of the issues of the day and the week. And I think we've done a pretty good job of it, because we did say if we weren't fulfilling that commitment or promise of keeping one another informed on the issues of the day, that we wanted to know where we were dropping the ball. And so far, so good. We've heard mostly positive comments about the leadership team that we have going on.
That is really great. And I feel the only worry that would be set out there would be that flow of communication. But you guys have really put that on the top of your list of importance right there. Jessica, I mean, talk to us about how important these mentors are. And in this experience, you said 44 years of combined experience in superintendents and in admin operations right there. How great is that to have by your side?
Well, I feel I'm grateful.
Yeah.
Not everyone gets this kind of an experience, especially when you're looking into becoming a superintendent. And, I'm grateful to work with two of my professional mentors. I've worked for them in the past. And so I respect the work that they do and what they bring to the table. And I couldn't ask for a better situation as I prepare myself to be a superintendent.
Absolutely. And it certainly takes a village. And I'm really glad that all the help, all the aid is being had over there at Pana Schools. This is also great. We're speaking with District Administrator Jessica Miller right now, and Dr. David Lett, co-interim superintendent. A couple minutes left in this first half. Let's talk some wrap-up quarter one stuff right here. Let's talk sports, football at Pana. You guys doing pretty well this year.
Yes, we are. It's a thrill. It's kind of one of my passion areas. I was a former head football coach in Northern Illinois in the early part of my career, and I can't say enough about our head coach Trevor Higgins and his staff. They do an unbelievable job with the kids year in and year out, and I really am proud not only of his tremendous record as our head coach, but I'm also proud of what he teaches them from a character standpoint. I think the kids coming out of our program get as much character building as they do, the taste of victory. And just really excited. I've seen several of their games, and they're very well coached and well disciplined, and looking like we had Vandalia 2 weeks ago beat Greenville, so it looks like it could be a three-way tie for conference championship, which would be exciting to add another conference championship to Mr. Higgins's, our Coach Higgins's resume.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad you worked in, and the head coach Higgins right there is working in just well-rounded students right there, whether it's a win or the loss on the field. They're taking away just very important topics right there. And you kind of mentioned right there, the Panthers are playoff bound this year. Is that solidified?
Yes.
Great.
They are playoff eligible, and they have the opportunity this Friday at Staunton to go 8-1 on their season.
Wow, 8-1 Panther team. That is a really, really great season. And moving on to other sports, how has volleyball looked so far this year over with Pana?
Yeah, tremendous accomplishments by Coach Cothran too. We've got two things, two kind of points on their resume. We've got Coach Higgins this year that set the all-time record for most wins as a varsity head coach in terms of the Pana program, which is pretty significant given the storied history of Pana football. And then Coach Cothran got his 300th win this year.
Wow.
As our head volleyball coach. He year in and year out. Our kids typically have won 20 games plus, and are always in the conference race for conference championship in volleyball, and this is another good year. They're right at towards the top of the conference, and we're expecting maybe a long and good run when the regional starts for volleyball.
Wow, even more great things coming out of Pana. And to wrap up, even a couple of cross-country runners getting recognized. Do I have that right?
Yeah, so we have Cadence Roachkis was South Central cross-country champ, and Amber Smith made the all-conference team. So very proud of their efforts this season as well.
Absolutely. Success being had all over Pana schools right now, not just academically, not just socially, but also out on the fields, on the courses, whatever it is, your cross-country, your football play, and whatever you're doing. We have Jessica Miller, District Administrator, on the line, and Dr. David Lett, Co-Interim Superintendent for Pana School District. We got to take ourselves a break here on the WTIM Pana Morning Show. It's brought to you by our title sponsor, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, along with Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, your Pana Save-A-Lot, Whiskey Bill Saloon and Liquor Emporium, the City of Pana, and Locked and Loaded Limited. We'll be right back here on WTIM, your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
Awesome, yeah.
Attention hunters and gun owners, you must get to Locked and Loaded Sportsman Paradise in Pana. Take the short drive and shop Central Illinois' premier gun shop. Come see the huge inventory of firearms, ammo, hunting supplies, and accessories. In stock now, custom designed Locked and Loaded t-shirts and headgear. Brush up on your shooting skills at the indoor range featuring 7 shooting lanes. If it has to do with firearms or hunting, you'll find it at Locked and Loaded on Route 16 East in Pana. Locked and Loaded, open 6 days a week. Like them on Facebook. Noren's Hardware is a local family-owned store offering a wide selection of quality hardware supplies at competitive prices. Whether you need plumbing supplies or electrical supplies, you're sure to find what you need at Noren's Hardware Store, including ice melt, shovels, gloves, heat tape, pipe insulation, portable heaters, and propane to get ready for the winter months. Our staff is committed to providing outstanding customer service and is ready to assist you. Visit our store at 55 Main Street in Pana today.
Hey there, it's Raimi Miller, personal and business coach, and also owner of Run Deep Coaching, and a Taylorville native now living in the Northern Illinois area. I have the pleasure of helping people strengthen the relationship with themselves and others virtually, no matter where they are. Seeing what's possible for people is the highlight of my job. For example, I support people through job transitions, relationship changes, and developing new habits. Recently, I hosted a workshop and people walked away with hope, courage, feeling worthy and seen. I would love to connect with you. Feel free to reach out for a virtual complimentary 60-minute conversation to see if it's a good fit to work together one-on-one, or we can just simply discuss any upcoming events. My website is www.rundeepcoaching.com. That's www.rundeepcoaching.com. I am sending you so much support.
The Shelby County Economic Development Corporation aims to foster, promote, and stimulate economic development, from keeping existing industry and retail businesses successful and thriving to attracting new investment in Shelby County. The Shelby County Economic Development Corporation is here to help your business grow. It also sponsors job fairs to fill positions at existing employers and encourages future entrepreneurs in the Shelby County CEO program. Find out more on the Shelby County Economic Development Corporation by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Small towns are in, and Taylorville is poised for you and your family to join them. Taylorville has what you're looking for. Find out more, including upcoming events, by clicking the Small Town Taylorville icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
With over 8 hours a day of agriculture programming weekdays and 2 hours on Saturdays, WTIM AM, FM, and online is your ag information station. Listen by tuning in on air or online, and listen to WTIM Ag podcasts anytime.
Your information station, WTIM.
And welcome back into this WTIM Pana Morning Show with Jessica Miller, District Administrator, and Dr. David Lett, Co-Interim Superintendent for the Pana School District. Thanks so much to our title sponsor, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, your Pana Save-A-Lot, Whiskey Bill, Saloon and Liquor Emporium, the City of Pana, and Locked and Loaded Limited. We are live on Facebook at Taylorville Daily News and on YouTube, WTIM TV. Thanks so much to those sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. A couple of housekeeping things right here with Jessica Miller, Dr. David Lett. The board meeting was moved. This is just a regular school board meeting we're talking about?
Yes, it's our regular monthly meeting for October, and we needed to. We're always looking for efficiencies of our board members' time, and we needed to hold a special board meeting ahead of the regular board meeting for the purpose of filing a waiver for the administrative cost cap with the FY25 budget. And the reason for that is an obvious one. While even the co-interims were less in salary for a full-time superintendent with benefits, we've obviously added the district administrative position. So with that, we exceeded the statutory requirement to stay within 5% of a administrative increase. And so it's just a procedural thing that we will hold a public hearing for prior to the board meeting. And so our board members don't have to have 2 nights out. We're having a special meeting just in front of the regular board meeting on the 28th. Perfect.
More on the efficiency front right there. And one more time with the date of that board meeting.
Yeah, it'll be Monday, the 28th at 6:30 for the regular meeting and 6:15 for the public hearing.
Just perfect. Speaking there, Dr. David Lett, co-interim superintendent at Pana School District. Moving on, Jessica Miller, you brought up a fall concert. I know it has a better name than fall concert, but this is coming up.
Well, actually, it was last week.
Oh, it was last week. My bad. It's a recap of the fall concert.
I was able to attend Mr. Hicks and Mrs. Chase put on a fall demonstration music concert.
Cool.
Featuring the junior high and high school chorus and band program. It was very well attended by the community, and just a wonderful demonstration of their talents. We had some soloists, not only vocalists, but also playing instruments. So it was a great evening together there at the high school.
That is awesome. Is this kind of the marquee musical event for the junior high and the high school? I know a lot of schools do a big one during Christmas time. Is this your guys' big one?
No, we'll have others
Cool.
here near the holiday season. I think this is just their first one just out of the gate, just to give parents and the community a preview of the work that they've been doing.
Awesome. And this is reminding me of a conversation I just had for Pana Elementary. They're not involved with this one, but they're doing Thankful for the Arts event. They'll be singing and showcasing their artwork. Have you guys heard about that?
Yeah, Adam has planned an event. He's still planning an event with his teachers, but it will be here in November, and it would showcase the art and music programs as well. So another great way to get our parents into the building to see the work the students are doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And so cool how it's moving on to the junior high. Those elementary schoolers are preparing for their fall concert one day. That is really awesome. Can you speak to the musical programs at all throughout Pana schools?
Well, the music programs they've really built them over the years.
Yeah.
I see a lot more participation in our band and choir programs. So that's a credit to our teachers and the work that they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, we got about a minute and a half left. I know Red Ribbon Week is next week. Just talk to us about the importance of getting this messaging into not only the elementary schoolers, of course, they should be getting it, but I mean, how that importance grows as they move through the ranks over in Pana schools.
Yeah, I think the awareness of encouraging a drug-free environment and community is something that we've always done. I think a really good job of in Pana, and we our counseling staff and our teachers and administrators really support that week with some planned activities and emphasis. We're just really excited about that continued message of, like I said, really encouraging a drug-free environment and community.
Yeah, having the conversations that need to be had. Jessica Miller, Dr. David Lett, I appreciate both of your time on this morning show.
Thanks for having
Thank
us
you.
this morning.
Absolutely. Jessica Miller is the district administrator, and Dr. David Lett, co-interim superintendent for Pana School District. Unbelievable job here on the WTIM Pana Morning Show, and we thank you all for tuning in to this one.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Former President Trump was in Asheville, North Carolina on Monday, offering hope to residents whose lives were turned upside down by flooding and mudslides from Hurricane Helene. Asheville was impacted by Helene just 3 weeks